Hi, Manasi, Daphne here. Okay, so in some countries, children under 16 are not allowed to leave school by law and get full-time work. Is this a good thing or a bad thing? So discuss your opinion. Okay. In some nations, there are laws that make schooling mandatory for children under age 16. And therefore, they may not work full-time. Okay. Make schooling mandatory for children under age 16, and therefore they may not work full-time. Okay. In my opinion, all children should be encouraged to complete their education with the implementation of such laws, because they're not mature enough to take job responsibilities. You'd have to say take on, actually, but it's a phrasal verb, which I'm not that keen on in writing. So, to either you could understand or commit to job responsibilities. So just trying to avoid those phrasal verbs. And it is their right to complete graduation. Okay, interesting. Very nice. In many countries, there will be some families which might not afford education. Okay, and now we don't use would here. And we're not going to use might. Let me show you why. We're not going to use which, sorry. We should be having who there. So that maybe you're suggesting possibility. So would is not the same. Would is hypothetical that you would use in a conditional sentence structure. May, might, could all work here. They suggest weak possibility or weak suggestion. So in many countries, there may be some families, and because you've got families who are people, you have to have the pronoun who, might not afford education, and some of them might push their children to take, you got the same thing. So take some work. So instead of take some work here, so you might say, seek employment, or additional income. Okay, good. Well done. Really, really nice. So just watch out that. Okay, and that one there. So just mark those for you. When school is not compulsory, these children, so again, not would, could, or may be inclined or obliged to. So getting a nice high-level vocab there. To leave school to support their parents, depriving themselves from age-appropriate learning. Excellent. Moreover, most of the children may end up, so I would go many of these children, so it's not all of them, but many of these, specifically the ones you're talking about, children, may end up taking some physical jobs in agriculture or factories, plural, there, as they might not have other skills and might not get well paid. Good. For the same reason, some countries have decided, so you don't need might there because that already has happened, have decided to ban child labour, and you don't need the, it's child labour specifically, not the child labour. So this looks a little bit short, this sentence, compared to the others. Some countries, I might say, especially in Europe, and I would almost, for emphasis, go have already decided. So I think that adds a nice touch there, and I think you could expand it a little bit there by saying where that's already happened. In Europe, you have to stay in school till 17. Additionally, some disinterested children could leave the education halfway and get involved with other illegal activities, which, okay. Additionally, if, let's get a conditional here, if this became law, some children could leave education halfway, and then you could have would, because you could is fine, but you could also have would because you've got your conditional. Leave their education. It's either education in general, so no article, or here, their education halfway, and become involved. Don't use get, yeah, become involved. Get is, we can do like more high level than get, with some illegal activities which will pay them. Nice. To prevent these consequences, the government should make, absolutely really nice. Okay, so very good paragraph there. What I'm picking up, okay, are little things, okay? You are still, for me, now on your band 7 level, but if you have too many mistakes like this, watch out, okay? So stuff like this with the phrasal verbs, be aware of that. Be aware of get. I think we've had that before. So just watch out for those little things there. Highlight that. Because if you do these mistakes like a couple of times, it's okay. But if you make the mistakes a lot, then that starts counting against you. But otherwise, for me, in terms of task achievement so far, looking good. In terms of the coherence, lovely. Grammar, I would get that conditional in there. Definitely, it works when you use a conditional. Force it in. It will help you on the grammar. Just highlight that there, okay? Often local authorities making these laws also promote, watch out there, authorities, plural, free schooling, and therefore poor children would complete the basic. That here you can have would, because therefore poor children would usually complete the basic education without suffering financially. Okay, that's good. Well done. This is because it is children's right to attend school and pursue, spelling there, their dreams, and working would be physically and mentally detrimental. Full stop. Okay, just a tiny full stop there. Okay, education creates responsible children. So not the, watch out on articles. I know it's hard, but be careful, really be careful. It's general, yeah, not specifically, it's general. And educated children would have more employment opportunities. Good. Would is okay here because it's hypothetical. Also, many of them could opt for higher education, and all countries need educated people. Okay, you don't need that there. You just don't need it. Yeah, all countries need educated people. Good. Keep going. Why? For the best careers and economic success. A recent survey. So in the international magazine, so here again, if you're saying the international magazine, I need to know which one it is. This is specific. If you've already mentioned a magazine before, that's okay, but you haven't. So in an international magazine, reports that nations providing free and mandatory education to all children show significant progress. Yeah, here I would have shown. I mean, let's get it into a bit more interesting. Have shown. Okay. In conclusion, now, discuss your opinion. Because it says discuss your opinion, it is okay to put in. You've got I believe here. I would put your I believe here. It's advantageous for children to attend school over working full time because they might not be ready to face a real world. Here, it's the, because there's only one specific, the real world. And completing education is their right, which will provide them with better future opportunities. Okay, so here I would put that just at the front of the conclusion. It's more logical. Yeah. So for me, let's go through this. The biggest problem here is articles. Yeah. So in terms of the task achievement, band 7, no problem. In terms of the coherence, yes, same. I love the organisation. It's very clear. You're writing really neatly. In terms of the vocab, absolutely yes. In terms of the grammar, I'd probably give you a 6.5. That would be okay. You'd still have enough 7s, but watch out on that grammar because you don't want that to be a problem. Yeah. Otherwise, really, really nice. Good work there. Local newspapers conducted a competition to find a person who contributed most to society. Good. Who is that person? What's the contribution? And how did you get to know them? So I'm writing to nominate Miss Besser for the competition, as I believe her contribution to our community is extremely valuable. Good. Okay. Contribution. Can we change that word? So her... We have to expand it. So you could have to say the time and energy she dedicates to our community is extremely valuable. So we would have to expand it, but it might be nice to use a word that's not in the question. She is a highly skilled special educator working with children. Children having, no, you'd have to say children who have, children having. You need specifically who have various now. Okay, I'll tell you the problem here. As soon as you've got 5 years, which is a time indicator, you have to have the present perfect tense. Yeah. So it's a highly skilled educator and has been working. So present perfect continuous with children who have various for the past 5 years. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'd almost say who, for the past 5 years has been working with children. Yeah. Most of the time, these children might not attend regular schools, so I don't need the, because it's all of the regular schools, as the curriculum is not suitable for them or there are transportation issues. She's closed this difference to a great extent by educating those children herself, okay? She visits, so not ing, she visits homes, present tense, and provides support to these families at all levels. Present tense because it's a fact and it's her routine, so just present simple there. Many children who were deprived, who were previously deprived, you could have maybe, are learning now, and some of them are also integrated in the regular system. Good, or are also now integrated, yeah? I'm fortunate to meet her. Now, I was fortunate, that's when you did meet her. I was fortunate enough to meet her at the annual school gathering. She also received, yeah, lovely. I sincerely believe her work needs to be acknowledged, and therefore she should be considered. That's lovely, okay? So just a few little things on your tenses there. Again, grammar, watch out, okay? I know you can do it, just be super careful. Make sure you have time to read it through, and maybe try to read it through with your voice in your head so you can hear when it's not quite right. Otherwise, really good, very good, well done.